Deeds, not words! Suffrage, which simply means the right to vote in an election, was a major issue in the early 20th century, as many men and women still did not have the right to vote. The most iconic figure we associate with the suffrage movement in Britain is an unyielding woman from Manchester called Emmeline Pankhurst, who established the Women's Social and Political Union in 1903. But as opposed to pursuing peaceful protests like the mainstream suffragists, the WSPU suffragettes went on hunger strike, burned down unoccupied buildings, and one member, Emily Davison, even died after throwing herself under the King's horse at the Epsom Derby in 1913. The WSPU were hardline suffragettes, but mind-blowingly, one of their most prominent members was an Indian princess whose godmother was Queen Victoria. Sophia Duleep Singh had even been granted an apartment in Hampton Court and enjoyed life in British high society, but on returning from an eye-opening trip to India in 1909, she was motivated to fight for women's rights both in Britain and in India. She refused to pay her taxes, threw herself at the Prime Minister's car, and attended the high-profile Black Friday rally in London, where suffragettes were beaten and abused by the police. During the First World War, suffragette protests were suspended, and Sophia began to work as a nurse tending to Indian troops, who were rather surprised to find themselves being looked after by an Indian princess. In 1918, due in part to women's vital role in the First World War, the Representation of the People's Act was passed in Britain, giving the vote to all men over 21 and most women over 30. And it's important to remember that it wasn't just middle-class white women leading the charge for equality. Thank you very much for your mind-blowing facts from last week. There were some fantastic entries. I'm sorry I can't read out more than 3, but otherwise we'd be here all day. In third place is Keelan Games with his fact about Albert Einstein being offered the Israeli presidency in 1952. Apparently this is true. Israel was formed in 1948 and Albert Einstein was offered the presidency in 1952 despite never holding any political office. So an extraordinary fact, well done. In second place is Nathan Hamidi with his fact about Marquis de Lafayette being gifted a live alligator as a thank you and then re-gifting it to American President John Quincy Adams. Well done, Nathan. Apparently John Quincy Adams kept the alligator in a bathtub at the White House to scare guests, making it officially the second scariest thing to ever be in a bathtub at the White House after Donald Trump. And in first place we have Crying Weevil with his extraordinary fact about War Plan Red. This is an amazing fact. In the 1920s and early 30s, after the First World War, the American government had worked out how to destroy the United Kingdom and had a plan to do it. Thankfully, the plan was never actioned. Thank goodness for that. Well done, Crying Weevil, a truly mind-blowing fact, making you the winner of the History Bomb sticker and mug. If you'd like to win a sticker and mug, then all you have to do is comment below with your best mind-blowing history fact and we'll choose another winner next week. Or you can just sign up on Patreon, where we're giving away stickers and mugs as perks, so please go check that out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.